What up, Dokkanners? It is now confirmed officially. We are getting the perfect sell coming up next for the April Dokkan Festival celebration. So let's go through. We're going to check out the animations. We're going to check out the unit details, and we're going to discuss the events coming up. Let's start with this screen right here. So let's take a look at the Dokkan event teaser. This event will be far more interesting than I expected. They are building upon the horrific Cell Games Dokkan event that is already out there. This event has not seen an update in actually quite some time. So yeah, this one already has, I think, what, like 3-4 stages? It's been a long time. Oh, this is different. That's becoming the ultimate life form. Horrific Cell Games is like all the way down here. Yeah. The last time this thing got an update, it was worldwide, what, 2019? So it's actually been a little while. There's 4 stages already. So there's going to be a 5th one. So that's where this is from. So that means weakness would be like soul versus soul, whatnot. Okay, anyway. So yeah, this is going to be dropping as the next Dokkan Festival. So just a couple of days. Tomorrow we're going to be getting the data download. Actually, by the time you're watching this today, later on tonight, we're going to be getting that data download. Then we've got upcoming content. So my Dragonstone prediction video actually kind of accounted for this. Dragon Ball story event's going to be happening. So this is a good one. Android Cell Saga has some nice free-to-play events. So they're going to be revamping this. Meaning, if you have not already done this, if you're able to access this event, go get it done, because when they overhaul it and bring it back as a Dragon Ball story, it's going to be reset so you can get more stones. So if you haven't already done it, get your, what, 16, 17-ish stones you can get from it, so that when it gets reset, you can get it again. We are getting a new EZA for the Para Para Bros. These guys released, I believe, back in 2021. It's been a long time since these guys have existed. They're a special pose lead, right? If you don't know who they are, they're the weirdos from GT who look oddly like Ribrienne. These guys came out 2021. 2022, I'm blind. It says right there. 2022. So these guys are getting the EZA. Okay. Are we gonna get a new April Fool's unit? Like, is that gonna happen? This guy, in terms of synergy, you're not gonna get anything. Maybe like Dragon Ball Seekers, this will help you, but otherwise, whatever. Okay, what else we got here? We're getting a new stage for Daima. This could be the awakening for the Vegeta into Daima Vegeta, like the TUR. New missions for Glorious Feats of Hercule the Savior. Missions that allow you to complete memory medals will be added. You will be able to boost the support memory, the Miracle of Super Hercule. Huh? I don't even recall this event. First of all, I never even use... It's a growth thing? Hold on. It is a special event, so where would you even find that? Story limited, maybe? Hold on, I'm gonna find this real quick. Here we go, found it. Hercule vs. Cell, Majin Buu, God of Destruction. This came out, oh, this was last year. Oh, right, that's what the deal was. They stopped giving us April Fool's characters. I knew okay, that's what it was. I was very disappointed by this event. That's why I forgot about it. They are seemingly not giving us April Fool's units anymore, and they're instead going with this, which is a support memory. This is the support memory, by the way. Superclass Ki +4 attack and defense +10% for those for 3 turns when there's a Realm of Gods category enemy. So this is gonna get a boost. That's lame, but whatever. Okay. What else we got here? We have drop rewards, so they're adjusting the drops for the Bulma, and then all this stuff, yada yada yada. All right. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's take a look at the new animations for the cells. So we're going to take a look at both global and JP, and then we'll take a look at what the unit can do. Let me pull up the details over here. So we got that, and we got that. Okay. Here we go. So this is the Android 18. This is from Majin Buu Saga. It's not even the same arc. Look at the purple dude. All right, so he gets KO'd. Revival. Oh wow, actually, hold on. That shot right there was very old school Dokkan. I actually didn't like that. Okay. So I didn't even notice this. I saw this on the live stream. I didn't realize that. So animations are very clearly not, you know, the normal sort of like mega hype stuff that we're accustomed to seeing, I will admit. But I'm still excited for like the intro animations and stuff. But there's this one shot where it just shows his face, like that was so 2019, 2018, like right here. Play that. Right there, dude. That is not something we should be seeing in 2025. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Okay, so that's interesting. Those are the animations. Let's take a look at the dub. I want to hear how it sounds. We can skip the Android 18 thing. All right, here we go. Look at my form. It's perfect.
I'm starting a martial arts tournament. The Cell Game. I welcome any and all who think they can beat me. If you dare.
That actually sounds really good. That does sound really good. Oh, wait, what?
Suppose that was a good enough warm-up.
All right. Okay, then he gets blasted. He gets warp Kamehameha. All right, lip syncing is kind of weird there. I mean, like these shots look cool, and then that's weird, man. I gotta be a hater on that one. I gotta be a hater there. I don't like to do this, but occasionally we gotta be real. All right, I don't like that. That is reused. I'm pretty sure. Is it the AGL cell that has this? This is lazy. The rest of it, I don't mind personally. Like I know some people disagree here. Me, I'm very easily impressed. I'm fine with most of it. It's just this rubs me the wrong way. Actually, you know what? This also, is this not from the int perfect cells active? This is no game. Prepare yourself. You know that whole thing? I feel like some of this is kind of familiar. But yeah, this one I don't like. That's like you can see the 280p, you know, ish stuff going on here. That's anyway. Let me know what you guys think about the animations in the comments down below. Let's now take a look at what the unit can do, shall we? All right, so this is an STR 220% lead. So this is a tournament participants worldwide chaos 20%. Sorry, 200%, 170% lead. Extra stats plus 50 to androids and accelerated battle. Okay, so there is room for good guys, but there's also bad guys. Okay, now for the super attack, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage. He is not a permanent stacker, so you know that this is going to re-spark the conversation about Festival of Battles. You know that's going to be a thing. Let's check out the passive. Activates entrance animation when there's a tournament participants category enemy or another ally at the start of the character's attacking turn. I guess I'm assuming present on the turn. Yeah, on the turn. So then you create the domain. You have a high chance to crit, launches an additional super attack, and you have the domain Cell Games Arena for 5 turns. By the way, Cell Games Arena, tournament participants, enemies and allies, attack and defense plus 15%. Android Cell Saga and androids, enemies and allies, attack and defense plus 15%. So that's 30% extra stats for them. Then key +2, attack and defense plus 200%, damage reduction plus 20%, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. When there's a tournament participants category enemy, oh man, attack and defense plus 50%. This is not always going to be a thing. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack plus 150. For every attack performed, defense plus 30% up to 150. When the character is KO'd, revive with HP fully recovered. That was the whole like warp Kamehameha thing. After the character or an ally's revival skill is activated, damage reduction 30% temporarily when receiving a super attack. So anytime you're in harm's way, you will get that extra cushioning. So that's cool. After the character's revival skill is activated, damage reduction plus 15%, guards all attacks. So you want to be getting this guy killed, not anybody else. If you do get somebody else killed and they revive, you at least have this part of the passive. But truly what you want is this, because if you get this, you get not only this, but this one as well. And let's also read the active skill can be activated from 70% health or less, or straight up from turn 4 from the character's entry. Key +2 attack and defense plus 35% in battle. 35 because 17 plus 18. It's a perma boost. So how does this guy work? He's basically a slot 1 unit who shouldn't get dodge because you want him to get killed. You want him to get killed as quickly as possible. So that way he can trigger his own revival and give himself guard and 35% total damage reduction with the possibility of an additional 30% anytime a super attack happens, giving him some flexibility in slot 1 as well as even more tankiness in slot 2, which is probably going to be the better place to put him. So I kind of like that this is a different take on the slot 1 responsibility. Normally for the slot 1, you want an all-out defensive unit. You want a unit that is either dodge, well, you don't want the dodge or die, but that's typically what you do with those dodge characters. You throw them in slot 1 to pray for, you know, some good luck, or you have your immovable objects, your ridiculously unstoppable tanks to tank everything. This guy, you want him to get killed, because if you do that, you get all this extra stuff. And ideally, if you get all this in the domain as well, you're just going to have like crazy conditions going on. So he's going to be interesting. He looks definitely, he's not Festival of Battles. He doesn't look like a Festival of Battles unit. That's for sure. But hey, reserve final judgment when you get to see the character. I know a lot of people are probably going to be feeling pretty negative about this guy, and I don't blame people for thinking that, but let's see. It's not a clear-cut home run, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to it, especially when you consider that this is a Cell Perfect form. So consider the link buddies. If it's a Cell Perfect form, oh yeah, let's take a look at the links actually. Cell Perfect form's links. He is kind of cell coded with those links. Gentleman, Messenger from the Future, Ultimate Life Form. Those 3 are gonna hurt, but you have big bad bosses, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle. So I think we have all of these. Gentlemen, it's almost the same thing, but you know, Cell Perfect form. This is another Cell Perfect form. Where's the, oh, is this Cell Perfect form? No, it's not. It's not. Whatever, man. You get what I'm saying. It's the same thing. Cell Perfect form. Let me just go back to this one. Let's just go back here. So in terms of link buddies, like obviously the cells are going to be there. Tech Cell is going to be your best friend. Tech Perfect Cell. This is Perfect Cell, you know, versus Perfect Form. So these are 2 different cells. Super easy attack. Perfect Cell is going to be your best friend. On top of that, if they give us the Dokkan Festival Transforming Cell Easy A, that would be an amazing combination, because like I said, the slot 1 responsibility goes to this guy because you want him to get vaporized. So on that first turn, maybe he gets vaporized and you get the other cell to just be in slot 1 or slot 2. Then he transforms the following turn, and then eventually you've got Perfect Cell and Perfect Cell slot 1, slot 2, or somebody else, because the final form Perfect Cell has what, 35% chance to dodge. I don't know why this isn't showing the final form of this guy. Whatever. This dude's like final form. He has like 35% chance to dodge with his Easy A. Who knows what that could look like. So that is another interesting pair that I am looking forward to. But again, this is nothing like must have, so I wouldn't stress over not having it. Quickly for the Android 18, let's just talk about this. This is not an Android Cell Saga unit at all. This is in fact Majin Buu Saga. But the common thread here is tournament participants. So what makes me excited about this is that we could be looking at some potential tournament participant Easy A's. Maybe Tournament of Power. I'm being selfish, but I would love to get LR Godku hit Easy A during all this. That is an extreme class tournament participant unit that is also in accelerated battle, is he not? because God, Goku, and Hit are both accelerated battle units individually. I gotta pull this up. I am making myself more and more hyped just thinking about that. Accelerate. Let's go to Universe Rebel Saga, right? He's a leader skill. Yeah, leader skill down here. Yeah, dude, it's happening. I'm just gonna say it. It's happening. This dude's finally gonna get his EZA. I would be so happy if that happens. Ooh. Okay, Android 18. Let's quickly take a look at this. So, World Tournament Pepe Gal's 130%. She greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and cause supreme damage. A great chance to stun. She is a fantastic slot 3 support. Attack and defense plus 180. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. All allies key plus 2, attack and defense plus 30%. Tournament participant category allies attack, defense, and chance to crit plus 18%. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense plus 180%. When attacking with 3 or more tournament participant category allies on the team, high chance to crit, launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. And then in slots 2 or 3, 70% chance to dodge. She is a physical unit, so you don't have to put anything into the critical. She's already got critical here as long as you've got 3 or more tournament participants, and you just throw everything else into either dodge or additional. So both units, I would say more so this one is more hidden potential friendly, but both of them in general, I'm going to say are pretty favorable in terms of their hidden potential setups. I would say for Cell, as of right now, I haven't tested him out yet, but as of right now, I'm thinking max additional and then the rest crit. I don't want the dude to dodge. I want him to get vaporized ASAP, and then he would be a permanent slot 2. In the slot 2, he could have 65% damage reduction. That plus guard. That's good. Plus his perma boost, plus, you know, greatly raising attack and defense. This guy is going to be a solid slot 2 unit. So max additional, the rest critical, or maybe vice versa, max critical, the rest additional. And then for the Android 7 or Android 18, I'm going max dodge, the rest additional. So I like how these units look in terms of hidden potential setups, but again, you don't need to have these guys right now. Anyway, that's enough yapping for this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this character, these characters, what the theme of the celebration is going to be, what sort of EZAs, super EZAs can you expect coming up, and are you convinced this is a mid unit? Because I've seen a lot of comments already mid. Or do you feel like you kind of need to test out the unit, or at least see the character in action before you reserve that, or before you mention the final judgment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let us know you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and don't forget to Dokkan responsibly.